Jeff Slauson here from 19 News Now at the 19 News Digital Desk. I want to welcome you to our digital stream here where we are going to focus on an announcement from Mayor Justin Bibb centering around Operation Clean Sweep. For those that are unfamiliar with Operation Clean Sweep, this is the second year that it's been done under the Bibb administration because it's the second year of the Bibb administration. And essentially what this does here is it puts a concerted effort to try and eliminate crime during a very specific time frame. There are a couple things about this that I want to hit on before we kind of get more into it, which essentially is this. This is very clearly an effort by the administration to make sure that they end the year on a high note, essentially, right? I mean, every year Operation Clean Sweep happens in the winter area. A lot of questions over why this can't be done all year round. We're going to get into that in a second. First, let's explain Operation Clean Sweep, which wrapped up in December, and then the results of which were just listed a couple of hours ago. It's essentially a multi-week operation that removes violent offenders from the streets, and this started with the Bibb administration in 2022. There we go. Okay, so as for this year, it went from November 28th to December 20th of 2023. 56 total arrests were made between the ages of 15 and 63. What were these people arrested for? 15 people for felonious assault, shootings, 6 for murder, 6 for grand theft motor vehicles, 6 for drug trafficking, 6 for aggravated robbery, 6 for domestic violence, and the last one you'll see when I remove this is 5 for parole violations. Excuse me, those last 3 were 5. Now, all of this is really great news, especially when you consider just the general numbers there. This is fantastic, a really great job. Now, why can't this be done all year round? Well, essentially, this is a last-second push for the year, right? They're trying to make sure that they can try and push more toward the end of the year to get these people off the streets. The city of Cleveland also had a couple of difficulties, like every other police department had over the last couple of years. Decrease in decent applicants. They had to raise the amount that they were paying them, offer much more of a competitive wage and livable circumstances surrounding it. In addition to that, they also had to make sure that they were getting the applicants in that were going to be wanting to actually work on this and do the effort. So that's a part of it. And lastly, to do this and to accomplish this, they partner with different police forces, different groups, from the state, from the federal level, to do this. They can't do that all the time. So that's specifically why it's not done 24/7. But again, it still begs the question on why we can't have 56 total arrests of people that are wanted in less than a month every single month. Last year, when this was announced, RCA New Yorker did a story on this where they kind of discussed what their process is and discussed in whole how exactly this should work. I want to play that story for you now.
Operation Clean Sweep.
I need the residents of Cleveland to know something very important. I will use every tool in my arsenal to keep our city safe.
Over the last month, Cleveland police partnered with local, state, and federal agents to round up some of the city's most violent criminals.
Give us the names of the number 1, number 2, number 3 offenders in those units. Who those units are focusing on that are really driving the crime. These are the crime drivers. But beyond that, they are the ones that are driving the violent crime in our city. They are the ones that are involved in multiple criminal activities.
Using technology and anonymous tips, U.S. Marshals arrested 50 people. Some of them wanted for things like assault, rape, aggravated robbery, and even murder. The goal of Operation Clean Sweep is simple: keep you and your family safe. City leaders say this is just the start. There are still about a dozen criminals investigators are targeting. They hope to arrest them sooner rather than later.
This is just the beginning. We want to continue this enhanced partnership with all of our partners that are here. This is a prime example of good police work.
Right, so wanting to expand that. Now, I remember this story was from last year. These are this year's numbers, but still an improvement as far as the people that are getting off the streets. But again, we had this happen, right? So this was the end of the year. So this is from November to December. And then, of course, it took a day for us, essentially, to get our first homicide in the city of Cleveland. Still a massive problem, still a major problem, but this at least shows some progress. And again, the mayor's saying that they're hoping that this can continue by having better wages, by offering the chance for people to be able to apply and get the job faster and have a livable wage, have a livable experience working as a police officer in the city of Cleveland. However, that's not necessarily, that's a lot easier said than done. That's not going to be a guarantee here. So yeah, wanted to alert, this alert came out earlier today. We are hoping to hear from Mayor Justin Bibb, potentially others, at some point, either tomorrow or next week on this. But again, 56 total arrests due to this. Again, for those that are unfamiliar with this is Operation Clean Sweep. Helps to remove violent offenders from the streets. We're going to be breaking this down much more tonight, of course, on 19 News at 10 and 11. That's going to wrap up our digital coverage here of this. Go to our website. We'll have a full breakdown as well. Then 7:30, we will have 19 News at 7:30 over on the CW. For now, I'm Jeff Sloss of 19 News. Have a great night. We'll have much more for you soon.
19 News, now